Bro, how does that even work?
Shit's
Surely I
so
don't have to
cheap.
burst this, right? Surely I don't have to burst this, right?
Oh, this game's so good.
Look at my... There's so much red on my health bar.
Hey Rain, how are you controlling both Ari and Yasuo at the same time in that last clip? Are you cheating? Will they nerf Yasuo again? Allow me to introduce puppeting. Puppeting is a hidden mechanic where if a move you do has follow-ups, you can do the first hit, handshake to the other champ, and still do the remaining follow-ups as if they were still on point. There are some exceptions to this though. For example, Warwick's 5s2 Rekkas and Demon flip-flops are not puppetable. An additional exception is some champs have access to puppet follow-ups that aren't typically tied to their puppetable moves. As an example, Ari is able to puppet JS2 after her S2 Fox Dash series. I refer to both of these types of exceptions as hard-coded since they don't follow the typical rules of puppeting. I'm working on compiling a list of every champ's puppetable moves in a doc in the description, so please let me know in the comments if I missed anything so I can update it. Now that we know what puppeting is, what are some ways you can use it? The simplest imitation of puppeting is through dual-purpose inputs. Like the name suggests, this refers to doing a move on your point champ that has inputs that overlap with your assist champ's puppet follow-ups. Let's take this rush hour combo as an example. I route into Echo Time Warner Assist to get him on screen to prepare the puppet sequence. I then enter Yasuo JS1 and immediately tag to Echo. I then do Echo Jump Back JS1. This does two things. It puts Echo Time Warner on the screen and makes Yasuo do the second hit of his air Rekka with JS1 since the inputs overlap. I then puppet Yasuo JS2. Since Echo is in recovery here from the JS1, he won't do anything, which lets us finish the combo. The next implementation of puppeting is through a technique called input masking. Depending on your team, sometimes the stars won't align for champs to be able to conveniently dual-purpose input all of their puppet sequences. We can circumvent this by making our point champ whiff moves and inputting our puppet inputs during the active and recovery frames of those whiffs. Let's take this Yasuo Ari pressure as example. We start this sequence by entering Yasuo 6S1, which is puppetable, and instantly handshaking into Ari. We then whiff a JL, and during this whiff JL, we input the puppet second hit of Yasuo 6S1. This keeps them in lockdown for Ari to get a convincing double overhead mix-up here. If we did not input mask a JL there, Ari would have done a JL, which would have halted all of her jump momentum and made the mix-up less threatening. The final implementation of puppeting is a technique I call handshake masking. During the following frames after handshake screen freeze, there's a couple of frames where you can input moves for your point champion that are independent from inputs that count towards puppeting. Let's take this Yasuo Darius combo as an example. Here I route into Darius' tackle assist to put him on screen to initiate the puppet sequence. Like the Echo sequence, I JS1, which is puppetable, and immediately tag into Darius. But here, I immediately do Darius' headless super. Now keep in mind this is an S2 input super, which normally would overlap with the air Rekka ender for Yasuo's air Rekkas, which would end the combo early. But since I'm inputting the headless super during the handshake masking window, we're actually allowed to do the rest of Yasuo's air Rekkas, which buys enough time for Darius to exit recovery and finish the combo. That's all I got for this one, chat room. Be sure to tag me on Twitter for any cool puppet stuff you find. Happy labbing and Merry Christmas.